So let's put this on the list of shit I didn't expect to hear today. And that is the announcement of a new Godzilla film. Kinda. Yeah, for those who don't know, basically, and I just found this out today, is that the Toho YouTube channel will be premiering several short films centered around Godzilla. And they announced the first one is coming out next month, like literally a few weeks, like November 11th, I believe it is, and it's going to be a rematch between Godzilla and Hedorah. Yeah, we're getting a new Godzilla versus Hedorah film in 2021. Yeah. What's interesting is that they gave the short trailer, and right out the gate, we're seeing suits. We're getting classic suitimation. Yay! I'm actually, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm actually generally excited at the idea of having suitimation for monsters again. It's been so long since I've seen Godzilla in a suit. Oh, but what about Shin Gojira? That was all that was CGI and puppets. This is a suit. And not just any suit. They're the suits from Final Wars, which I'm shocked are in very good condition. Now, I don't know if they're the original suits from Godzilla Final Wars, because it is Hedorah's costume as well, even though that one was more of a puppet. But now it does look like Hedorah is going to be in a suit this time. And it's been a while since the fucking 60s, since Hedorah has been in a suit action. But it does look like they are going to use the puppets, but yeah. And again, I'm not 100% sure if these are the same suits from Godzilla Final Wars. It's a dead ringer. This trailer showed it's a straight dead ringer for both monsters. And yeah, again, it is cool to see Godzilla just in a suit again. I don't know who the suit actors are, but it's just nice to see classic Toho tokusatsu again. Not to knock, obviously the CGI of MonsterVerse and whatever, but I was like, I've been missing man in suit. I think we've all, every kaiju fan has, deep down, seeing Godzilla on the big screen and with CGI, and, there's a part of you deep down going, I miss man in suit. And we're getting man in suit. Yay! I don't care if it's a fan film. I really do not care if this is a not a fan film, excuse me, a short film. That just kind of, I think that there's a reason behind this, too. I do think there's a reason behind this short film and the other ones coming from Toho. I think I've got a theory business-wise as to why they're doing these. I think what they're trying to do is gauge the fanfare for Godzilla. I think they're testing the water. These short films are going to test the water for what they want to do with Godzilla. Because remember, Toho did announce years ago that they would be doing new Godzilla films, but not just with Godzilla, but with the other monsters to make a new cinematic universe on the Toho end. We still don't know what deal they have, because the rights are now back with Toho, and we still don't know what they're gonna if they're after Godzilla vs. Kong ranked in so much money and basically saved cinema. We don't know who's going to be holding the cards in that conversation between Toho and Legendary. Obviously, Toho's going to be holding a lot, so they're going to be holding a lot of the cards here, and that's the other thing you have to look at in this predicament is that. They want to do a new movie franchise after how well Shin did, and then, seeing the MonsterVerse, they were like, yeah, we can do that. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to be sharing the rights. We still don't know the exact thing, but getting back to my point, is I think what they're trying to do is, gauge interest for the other not only the other monsters, but, using suitimation again. I have a sneaking suspicion that these short films are here to gauge your basic moviegoer and your Godzilla fans' reaction to seeing suits again. But remember, the Godzilla fandom is very, very tight-knit, and it's very, I hate to say this, it is gatekeeping. Guys, seriously, you've seen the rampant gatekeeping in the Godzilla fandom, and we're only getting smaller because we can't fucking expand. So, and I saw a lot of it during the lockdown when GVK got postponed to 2021. I saw it everywhere, but we're not going to talk about that. So yeah, we are going to be fans about seeing Suitimation, but is the general public going to be fans of that of seeing Tokusatsu in regular Suitimation again? Like, that's what I think that what the core of these fan films are, is to gauge, you know, your basic moviegoer who's not a fan of who's just a casual fan of Godzilla and enjoyed the other films, because Toho is obsessed with getting out there. Especially in the 60s and 70s, you saw how Toho was trying to really break into the international theaters, you know, and really break into like American cinemas and really compete with, you know, Warner Brothers, even though they're working with them now, Universal, all of that. So I think that this is just them testing the waters for doing bigger and grander things. Or maybe I'm just reading too much into it, and this is just a fun experiment, and this is just a fun thing. But there's always method to Toho's madness. That's what I've learned over the years, is that there's always a method to Toho's madness. But yeah, am I going to be watching this? Hell yeah, I'm going to be watching, because yeah, it's kind of, I like Hedorah. He's not one of my top 10 favorite kaiju, but I really enjoy whenever Hedorah shows up. So, and it's nice, like, even though, yeah, Toho did kind of really blackball Yoshimitsu Banno, and yeah, I wish Yoshimitsu Banno could have seen this, you know, his baby back. Anyway. And you can't say, you know, say what you want about Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster. Even after getting blackballed, Yoshimitsu Banno was trying his damnedest to get an American Godzilla film here, and he helped produce and really kick open the door for the MonsterVerse. You can't say shit about him, you know, even if, you know, you don't do drugs while watching that film. Trust me. You know, I think it'd be a nice little love letter to Banno, even though I find it'd be a little hypocritical for Toho to do that because they blackballed him. But we're not here to talk about that. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this Godzilla vs. Hedorah short film? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Do you think there's an alternative motive behind this? Just comment below, let me know. As always, hit the link below to my Patreon and go check out some exclusive content over there and become a Patreon. I will be doing some Patreon request videos. I've got a few backed up I need to get to, but yeah, so if you want to have a Patreon request, just hit the 4th tier. And once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I will see you next time in the Multiverse.